all he has to do is sign this agreement and it's over.
Yeah.
It is over, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. See, that'll.
And everything we're trying to do to reinvent the record business is right there. It really is. And I've been hanging on to this a long time.
Man, the prayers, man, are gonna go like a lot of people's lives are
Oh,
going.
it's going to turn the world upside down.
Yeah.
Do you know what he thinks about when he builds a building?
I always wondered that. What?
A fish with the head and tail cut off. He makes no secret of that at all. And they look like that.
That is like that motion.
Yeah. The fish with the head and the tail cut off.
So you think you're Pisces.
It's a great guy.
Yeah, man. It's a deep guy, you know.
Yeah. I see him all over the world. And every place he builds a building, it gives a personality. Bilbao, everywhere he builds one, it becomes part of the personality of the city.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing. I love that kind of imagination.
Yeah, like there are lines there, but it's like you almost don't see lines. They're like there's flow, you know, and no, it's amazing. So I think I see where you're going. It's like at this time in your life too, you're like, dude, we gotta like raise some consciousness here, you know. It should have happened, right? In many ways, I mean, we have extraordinary individuals and people that they're attracted to your stuff, but they, in a way, they don't get that the light can come from.
Well, they get lazy, you know. They get lazy, and I watch the thing evolve from MTV on, or what it does to the human mind, and it affects the human mind very big. Marcia Lucas was married to George. She's the editor of Star Wars. She came up with all those things. Let's kill Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's do that. Kill him and go with the Force. She came up with all those ideas. And 7-second cuts. Okay, later on, MTV was using 1-second cuts because people didn't know whether they could sing or dance. So they're like, they don't let you stay there, you know. And it killed the concentration of the kids, you know. They don't have any focus, you know.
Yeah.
So they don't expect much, and so they're not giving them much, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not the rappers so much as it, most of the time it's with the kids that were with the rappers that don't have the musical background. The rappers are as strong as the jazz guys. They really are. In L.A. Cool, when I first met him, he was 15. We first, Def Jam first started, went to see Russell Simmons. My son was a rapper then. And he said, Mr. Jones, what do the musicians and singers think about us? I mean, that he was cognizant that they're not the same genre as those two. That's the third genre, which is the troubadours, which come from Mbangi in Africa, and the griots, you know.
In some ways, it's hard in this world where people are hearing so many different sounds and noises and stuff to get back in yourself and to come to the center of this. You know, is that something I thought about the other day with your orchestrations, your arrangements, is that you could separate. I mean, I don't care if it's Michael Jackson, I don't care anybody. You could separate the different voices that you arranged, and each one can be its own, like, you know, planet, man, in the solar system of the whole thing. And it goes around the melody, or maybe the sun is the performer. I'm not sure, but I think that's how you think. I think, you know, you make work that works as a whole, but if you pull it apart.
18, just playing around. And the record guys didn't listen to him because it was P2P, you know, and full access, you know. But the record companies didn't take it, just didn't sound like the old business, you know.
Yeah.
And they blew it. And it's everywhere in the planet. It's 98% power shop in the House of Commons, everywhere. It's everywhere. It's there. And so hopefully China can help us resurrect it. And thank God, Xi Jinping, his wife is the biggest singer in the history of China.
You know, I lost mine. They wanted to rebuild it here in the United States. And that's what the exiles do, not only the Cuban exiles, but all exile communities. They rebuild their cultures wherever they go in order to preserve it, because they don't know what's happening where they left, you know, but they want to preserve it and keep it close and keep it with them. So I think that's where you find solace in exile, is in your culture, in your music, in your literature, in your morals and models, and you know, traditions. So that's where you find solace.